What's up? This is Ben from WODprep, www.wodprep.com. Today we're going to talk about the two biggest problems I see preventing people from dominating their double unders. Quick shout out to my wife. She was the one that drew this beautiful sketch and logo today, so make sure you admire them and be thankful I'm not the one drawing for you today. So today we're going to talk about the two biggest problems. Okay, you might not understand what these diagrams are, what this sound button means, but you're about to. So, problem number one. When people are doing double unders, they have a tendency to widen their hands as they go. So, they might start with their hands down low. Like you can see in this sketch, the person has their hands down by their hips where they want them. You know, there's plenty of room between the rope and this individual's feet. This is going to be Steve. All right, so here's Steve. Steve's hands are in the right place, okay? Now, if Steve, as he starts doing a couple double unders, if his hands move from down by his side to maybe out here and wider, where's that rope going to move, all right? The rope is going to go up and wider, up and wider. Now, as you notice, those feet are definitely going to come in contact with the rope. So, as you have your hands narrow and start to raise them up, like a lot of people do when they're doing double unders, as you raise those hands, it has a tendency to make you trip up on the rope. Even if you keep your rhythm, even if you're breathing correctly, even if you're jumping correctly, as you lift your hands, it takes them from a good position, all right, where the rope is easily going to pass around your feet, to a bad position where those feet are going to have to really work to get out of the way of that rope. So, are you spreading your hands as you do your double unders? Make sure you keep that in mind. A really easy fix for that is the band technique. All right, so I'll write that down. The band technique. All right. Here's a little video overlay. You'll see I'm literally taking a Rogue Monster band or any sort of band that you have at the gym. I'm taking that band, I'm wrapping it around my body, wrapping it around just above my elbows, and that band is literally going to force me to keep my arms together. The only thing I'm going to be allowed to move is from my elbows down. And as you can see, if you get the hang of jump roping, it's kind of awkward, but if you get the hang of jump roping, that band forces you to keep your arms in the right position. All right? So, next, another problem I see, and this is huge, and it actually ties directly in to this problem, is that people are not listening to the rope. If you listen to the rope, you should hear the rope click or graze the ground every single time it passes under your feet. One of the first ways that I learned how to do a double under was out on my deck at home up in Maryland. So when I was on my deck, every time that rope would hit the deck, there was a really loud clicking noise. And what I started to realize is that the more I listened and the more I timed my jump, the more I timed my spin based on what I could hear, adding that sense of hearing to the equation when it comes to learning your double unders will help you keep that rope lower. Right? So let's say the ground is here. All right? If you have your hands wide like Steve does, guess what? That rope isn't going to come in contact with the ground. But if your hands are down by your sides, all right, so let's adjust Steve's hands real quick. If your hands are down by your sides like Steve's are, now that rope is going to graze the ground. All right? You're going to hear it click the ground, especially if you're doing it on like a wooden floor or even concrete. Sometimes you don't necessarily hear it on the black mats. But if you're listening for that rope to come in contact with the ground, then it's not going to allow you to spread those hands out because then the rope won't be touching the ground and you'll lose that sense of hearing. You won't be able to hear the click. So, I want you to try this. Next time you're doing double unders, make sure you pay attention. Don't be a Steve. Don't let your hands spread as you are jumping. All right? Keep those hands together. If you need to, make sure to implement the band technique. And last but not least, make sure you are listening to the rope. If you want more information like this, if you want to learn how to take your competition performance to the next level, make sure you go to www.WODprep.com to get that free ebook. Thanks so much for tuning in, and absolutely crush it this week.